My familia. Alright. What is good, guys? No one's in here yet. It's okay. Ooh, there we go. That's opening it up in some type of way. What's good? What's up, KC? What's good, brother? How is it going? Someone brought me some magic. Look at that. Thirsty. What's good? What's good? What's good? I am just now going live, so I'm just sending out the messages. You know, always giving some time for people to get in here. That's how it always starts. But, you know, for my early birds, thank you. Did you really, Casey? That's dope. You made a little money today trading? That's awesome. What's up, Carlos? How's it going? Gotta drop the link in a couple of places. It into all of the chats that I need to. And guys, I just wanted to, you know, really, we're of course going to be looking at my charts, but besides that, I'm really looking for some mindset tonight. It's kind of like what I've been thinking about today, and I haven't done one in a while. Like, I mean, a pure mindset call. So, and of course, if you are here and you already have some questions for trading, I will of course respond to those questions. So without, you know, no problem at all. So no matter what your question is, it is okay with me. Ooh, Carlos ready to catch some ips. Get the moon. Nope. Just kind of been thinking about, you know, just, I guess the secrets that aren't necessarily secrets, that they're always right there in front of you, and how it's just always just blatantly obvious when you know what the answer is to something, but sometimes you don't want to see it, or the answer is constantly apparent, but you know that you do the other thing, and you know you're supposed to go to sleep on time, for example, but you stay up for 2 more hours, you know, that kind of thing, or you know that you should get water instead of that Coca-Cola at the gas station or at a restaurant, but yet you still get Coke. So the answers to a lot of things, guys, are always where they right where they should be. But we'll get into that in a minute. It's only 11:04. Yeah, we're chilling. I did start it up a little early, but another thing is this. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up too. Something that I have personally been, you know, looking at, learning about. I've talked to a couple of people about it, but I really, here we go. Six English. Yeah. Okay. No, we won't use that one. I'll use that one. Yeah. Just another thing that I have been, you know, really looking at and thinking about and applying. And it's crazy because it is just constantly apparent everywhere. It is always there. It is always there, exactly like what I was just talking about, how you know what the correct answer is to a lot of the problems that you face. Yet we still, as human beings, will take the wrong option. Maybe for a selfish reason, maybe you don't know, maybe you do know and you just don't care. A lot of different reasons. And that's something that I kind of want to make apparent tonight with trading. Everything that I do is probably going to get it's in some way revolves into trading. What's your opinion on stop loss? So far I've been doing an estimated stop loss, hoping it doesn't hit it, but if it does, then it's a big loss. John, when you set a stop loss, you should have your, first of all, your account size and the risk size that should be following up with your trading strategy. So for me, for example, with a $1,000 account, we still only, whether it's a $100 account or a $1,000 account, we will still only go to 1% on each individual trade. Now, your stop loss varies off of, okay, so the most I can go is this. So let's just say on $100, the highest I can go is a 0.1 on one individual trade. And so with that being said, my stop loss has to be how much am I willing to lose on this one individual trade that fits into my trading strategy. So as long, John, is that you have your rules in place, your stop loss should be determined based off of your trading principles, not I think you said estimated stop loss. Instead of having an estimated stop loss, do the math equation to find you the actual stop loss that goes and coincides with your trading style, whatever it is, and then institute it into every single trade that you do, and then it'll just become second nature that you'll run this little equation for the amount of money that you have in your account. So like I said, why I can't give you 10 pips on a certain size account could not be enough, or 10 pips could be way more than it should be. So don't ever do that based off of just, oh, I don't want to lose any more than 20 pips. Well, that 20 pips can be a lot of money, so okay, why my MetaTrader 4 don't let me put a trade, says no exit price. Carlos, it doesn't let you put a trade because it says no exit price. I don't know. That's kind of weird. How many pips you calculate for stop loss and take profit? Yeah, I was just answering that, Carlos. Let me know if you weren't in here, or if you didn't hear it. I can re-explain it. Yo, what's up, Mike? Jay from RFT. RFT is in the house, guys. Modest, Chris Cowie, Chris Florex, all of them. Candice, everybody, welcome to the stream. I don't know if you've ever been in here before, but I always give people some time to get in here and get started. That's why we have the Galaxy going around right now. I thought it would be a pretty cool thing to just have, setting the tone for things, setting the much bigger and better atmosphere. So, for everybody in here already, go ahead and remember, get rid of the phone, turn off Instagram, get off of Facebook. You're already in here. You're in where you need to be, okay? So your phone is not going to give you any information. It is time to stop getting information from your phone and, be involved with this community, be involved with the people that you are also in here with. That's at least the way that I want to portray to do things. I don't want to be the only speaker in here. I want you guys to question every single thing that I say in the chat. I want you to respond to the things that I say, no matter what. At the end of the day, this is for you guys. It is for me as well. So I'm not even going to say that but just for you specifically as an individual, this is your time. You could be doing anything you want right now, but you are here, and that tells the universe that you are wanting something, that you are pursuing something, that if that you might want to be going to the movies or going out to eat or going to whoever, but you're here, you're in what I'm trying to make into a classroom what I'm trying to make sure that everybody, think about in school, they don't even let kids have these phones, because imagine if they were just like, yeah, cell phones are like no problem at all. Do you really think any kid would be passing a class by the next report card? Nobody would be paying attention. So I'm just letting you know like how palpable it is for you to not have something in your, turn it upside down. Don't even make it to where you can hear it, or that that you got a notification at the end of this, or whenever you decide to leave. That's when you should be checking, and that includes any music. I know I have some music playing right now, but make sure you have some water. You're hydrated. I hope you are. I always have a drink next to me when I'm doing this. And Carlos, cool. Formula I use is account size times risk management or percentage equals risk amount to the dollar risk amount to the stop loss equals the max lot size, if that helps. So Sean, thank you for that. Like, that's honestly a really good thing. So to break it down, what he's saying is, okay, so his account size times his risk amount, and what his risk amount is whatever he has already decided to do. He already has that number. If you don't have that number, make it. Just whatever. Just get something. Just grab something and use it. And then if it doesn't work, then correct it. So just grab a number. Whatever your account size is, just pick a number. You know what I mean? And if you have to fix it, then fix it. Yeah, Sean, thank you for that. Thank you. Let me just 1 second. Is the music bothering one person in here? I want anybody who, and if you can't type in here, then make an account or sign into your Google or your YouTube or whatever. So whatever it is, make sure that you sign in so you have the ability to speak. You must have the ability to speak in a classroom. You must be able to ask your questions and get the things that you need answered, not me. And that's what I want to make sure. So I want to know if one person in here does not like the music, it's going to go off, because I need to be fair to everybody. I think like low level music helps. It was, I don't know if anybody else had teachers that would like play music in the background. To me, I can hear it too. So just kind of, I don't know, makes things better, but it can be distracting for certain people. But guys, I really just wanted, to be going over, for everybody that's in here. I'm pretty much going to go ahead and get started. So, it's 11:13. So we're just going to go ahead and just jump right into it, guys. Thank you. First of all, thank you for being here. Trade House Stream, another one. We're always here, or we weren't always here, but I'm back and I'm ready to go full-fledged into this again. And we're not going to be missing days. I actually was just talking to Modest with RFT, and he's gonna we're gonna have RFT in more or Trade House streams that are going to be happening. So everybody's just going to be coming together, and we're going to try to create a central hub for people to be a part of and feel that they belong and have the ability to ask their questions. And I don't care if there's only less than one person in here. If there is one person, it's fine. We'll be on. I will still be on here. None of that has ever really mattered to me. So it's all about just making sure that people are moving on. Is there a certain time zone that you trade and why? American, London, Japan. So I personally do London because John, and the reason is because it's the time I'm awake. It's the time that I have always been. I'm a night owl. I will be up for hours, even after this. So London, and I pretty much fall asleep like right when New York starts. But the Japan market, like when you're kind of opening up, that's when I analyze. So that's just me personally, which is what your question was. And what I wanted to talk about tonight, guys, especially how, of course I'm going to be going over what kind of mindset is required in the profession of what we do. But not only, it's funny because if you understand that everything is a oneness, then you would also understand that no matter what type of positive change that you make in your life in general, like write this down. If you make a change in your personal life, it will reflect into your trading. Think about what I mean by that. If you start eating healthier, for example, your trading will improve in some way. If you start drinking the right kind of water, your body will start to literally act differently, which would therefore translate not even into just trading, but your communication with people, your awareness level, everything. It all apply. If you're just having a great day, that will, if you have decided to be positive for that entire day, guess what your trading is going to be? Positive, right? So think about what that could mean. What are you missing right now with your trading? What is it? I'm sure everybody in here could give me a definition over some type of certain type of analysis on the market. But what good does any of it do if you're not even in the position to make money in the way that we do, in the way that all of the market moves, the way that it responds to everything? If you are not aware of what is going on within yourself, then I promise you are fooling yourself, because there are other people on the other side of the screen that are completely in control, and they will see through the types of manipulation that the market can deceive your eyes with. And they're seeing right through it, and then you're going to end up on the bad side of a trade. Now remember, it's a 50-50 shot on trading in no matter what, trading futures, options, it's all you're either positive or you're negative. At the end of the day, I know that there's other factors that go into it, but forget about it. It's not important. You're either going to be positive or negative. If you have only experienced a little bit of positive and more negative, then obviously you're out of balance. But remember, I want you to really realize the fact that you were always one step behind what everybody else was doing, or whoever is on that winning table. They're just one step ahead of you. There was one thing that you missed. Remember that, write that down. If you are on the losing side of a trade, you are one step behind the person that did win the trade. What did you not do? What did you not see? When you backtest yourself, where's the answer coming from? Because the answer will be somewhere about why you lost, or even why you won. The answer will be within everything that you have been looking at, everything that was there, that was provided for you. I actually had somebody send me their trading journal last night, and not their trading journal, but their rules that they do for themselves for every time that they enter into a trade. Actually, I will pull that up. Give me 1 second, because I want to pull it up. Actually, I have to make sure that it is okay. Hold on 1 second. I have so many. Okay. So I'm just asking, see if it's okay. So anyways, when I get that answer, that'll be cool or whatever. And it's really cool. I really just wanted to give them a shout out for being able to, that something that was created, and I was able to provide, some type of feedback for it. And they said they liked it, All right, it's cool. Let's do it. Yo, check this out. Okay, so shout out to Yessi for this. Yessi, this is awesome. This is something that that was made. That was absolutely, completely by their work. So we got, the date, the time, and the pair. That's something really good. Buy or sell, of course. Entry, your stop loss, your TP1, your TP2. Another thing that you could probably even put on here is your mathematical formula to figure out what your stop loss and what your TP should be. 3 confirmations present. That's awesome. The only feedback that I had with this is right here, number 5. What do I dislike about this trade? See, I like that the question is there. That's something that you should have before you actually enter the trade. Any trade that you should enter, you should be positive about it, no matter what. If you dislike the trade, it's gonna have a dislike outcome. Does that make sense? It's gonna act a certain way. It's gonna do certain things that will really just kind of, it's almost like, think about it this way. You're filling out the whole paper and you're like, I just can't wait to get to number 5 so I can say what I don't like about this trade. Then you answer that question like super fast. So I think that should be discussed in your head before. I mean, you can still have it on. I don't know. It's just for me personally, because if you don't allow the negativity or that type of thing to come into your existence at that particular time, some type of doubt, because that's really what dislike is doubt on the trade creates doubtful outcomes. So on a scale of 1 to 10, is this a good or a bad decision? It should always be a 10. If I were not in a trade right now, would I take the opposite trade? That's not a bad question to ask, because that number 7 should be the question that you should ask. Obviously after the trade, and that's the question, so that's good. So when you fill it out, you always put a 10. See, there you go. So then that's good. And also down here it says profitable trade, yes or no. Have that number of pips, do number of pips lost as well, because what you're going to be doing on this is every single time you get into a trade, this is what you need to be filling out, every single one, and have a database of them. Have them somewhere. If you can save it on portable hard drives nowadays are like $80 for like 2 terabytes, and you could create a folder specifically with this. Go in there, and you could even make this in a spreadsheet, so you can have the ability to type in your questions, type in your answers that you have for everything, and then save it, and then it automatically saves into a folder. So then I'm saying, if you did this all on the computer, you can of course write this down and print out every single one too, front and back, if you will. Doesn't matter. But no matter what, 100% shout out to this. Post it in the chat. All right, Casey, I got you. I don't know how to do it. That didn't work. It's not letting me. I can't, unless you tell me how. I can't think of anything off my head that would send a link for this. Yessi has the master template, so Yessi just hit up Yessi for it. But I think it's really good. This is something very, very concrete. Imagine if you had 30 of these. Okay, so on that 31st day, no matter what has happened, good or bad, after any of these trades or after any of these pieces of paper that you filled out, no matter what, go through every single one of them and realize what you have done. This will be the answers of maybe something that you're missing in your own personal trading. What is it that it's going to take for you to start correcting the mistakes that you're doing? I want everybody, I want everybody to think about this. Everything in life is a math equation. Everything. I want you to really, really consider what I'm saying right here. I'm telling you, this is some grade A golden information. Everything in life that we have ever done, cell phone, the chair, the shirt, the headset, the internet, you, me, all of it is ideas that we create, right? I mean, everybody would agree that we create everything around us, whether it's a color or we all agree that this is a phone. We have now created some type of existence saying that this is a cell phone. I agree with that and you agree with that. So therefore, this is not a fork. This is not a rocket ship. This is a cell phone, right? It's an iPhone, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We constantly, every single waking moment of the day, whether you're trying to give somebody a product, a service, or an idea, you're trying to explain something to somebody, think about it. It is a problem. If you were trying to sway somebody into flat earth theory, just something completely random, or veganism, doesn't matter. There's a problem. There's this thing that they don't understand. There is a part of them that isn't getting what you have. So there's something lost in translation. This is the problem. This is a mathematical formula. Think about it. Think about what I'm saying. Learn to see the equations right in front of you. Right in front of you. Your trading is another perfect example. If you did exactly what this piece of paper is saying, and you did it religiously, and it's not that you just went into the piece of paper and wrote it down, printed it off or saved it, and then never looked at it again. What is that going to do for you? Maybe it might help if you were actually writing it down for, like a physical stimulation of the words. But besides that, you need to be realizing what you're doing, your awareness of yourself, the mistakes that you are making in the market. Within the market, guys, if this person is making $10 million and in the same, if you're looking at AudioSD and this person's making millions off AudioSD or hundreds or even $5 and you're negative, what, you know what I mean? What is it? What are you missing? There's something that you will continue to do until you realize that you're doing it. How many times have you personally experienced that in your own life? Every single thing that you have ever done. If you decided to start flossing, if you decided to, use a different type of thing, you have realized that for up until that point, you were doing this, you were doing X. Now you want to switch to Y. And now you're going to use a different shampoo or toothpaste, or you're going to try a different brand of cereal. And maybe you like it, maybe you don't, is irrelevant. The point is that you see a problem and then you attempt to correct it. You must do the same thing when you are trading. I cannot stress that. Guys, it is so absolutely critical to do it and to understand why. Understand what the problem is. If you become physically aware that there is something that you are doing consistently every single time you enter into a trade, guess what? How do I feel about my trade? Number 3, if I looked at the market, would I take the same trade now? These kinds of questions, they're all about what would I have done now? Where has the market moved since I entered? Notice how every single one of these questions has an I in it. If I looked, how do I feel? What do I like about this trade? What do I dislike? You understand? Where has the market moved since I entered? Everything is you. You are the thing that is creating your own problem. You must become aware of it. I can't fix it for you. I can only show you the door. Have you seen The Matrix? Have you seen the scene at the very end of the third movie, or it's the second movie, when Neo finds the Keymaster? He unlocks the door and he ends up talking to the creator of the Matrix, of the program. Y'all understand what that matrix coding is? That is the numbers. Everything has a numerical value to it. This is another thing that I just wanted to, I'm 100% not gonna spend the rest of the stream talking about it unless you are just incredibly curious about it. Drop the slang. I didn't know I was slinging. Is it y'all? So hard to get rid of that word. I just wanted to show you that even letters have a numerical value to them. And so even your name has a significance. Your birthday has significance. Your mother's birthday has significance. Every single thing in life is an equation. That's what I'm really, really trying to stress to you guys right now. That we, in fact, create our own problems and then don't realize that we are simply holding the solution literally right in front of us the entire time. It has always been there and it will always be there. The idea is to see it, to become aware. That's what all the other stuff you ever hear about is enlightenment or people ascending. It's just the fact that you can see it. And this all comes back into trading. This all feeds back into the idea of Forex, and all of the other type of trading is all based on you. It's based on the person. It's based on the individual. The market is going to do what the market's going to do. And it's in a tornado, it's going crazy, it's completely calm. Whatever the market is doing, you yourself is plugging in to the market and you are trying to make it move. You are trying to understand what the movement that it's trying to make before the actual move happens. The only way that you're really going to start to understand what the future holds is when you start creating the future, when you start letting go of all of the bad trades that you've ever entered, all of the good trades that you've ever entered, and you are now looking for the outcome that you are aware of. It is there. Become aware, and you will always have exactly what you want within the markets and in life in general, but especially with trading. And that's why I'm always been so fond of it, is because I haven't seen anything else that provides that kind of opportunity, I guess, within another type of career path. I was even talking to Zach, Zach from Trade-ins here, and shout out to you, brother. Love you to death. And we were just talking about, even, I'm sure everybody understands what's going on with Brexit right now, how it can create a domino effect and literally just start wiping everything out economy-wise, and currencies start failing. It doesn't even matter if Forex falls, guys. There's always going to be something to trade. Always. And it will be Forex. It could be Bitcoin. It could be another type of cryptocurrency against Bitcoin. It can be gold versus Bitcoin. It can be gold versus a cryptocurrency, or silver or copper. There's always going to be things to make money from in the world of trading. So always understand that as well, that we will always have that opportunity and the ability to live this lifestyle that we want to live if people can just simply become aware of what supply and what is demand within the market. Because it really truly just runs down to where is it going to go? Supply and demand. Funny when you think about it, periodic table gives a numerical value to all substances that are known. So everything that has a numerical value, including your iPhone, mind blowing. Think about it. Sean, I'm telling it's funny. I haven't even thought of that. I haven't even thought about the periodic table having a numerical value, and it does. All of them have numbers. These have all been transcribed throughout history. It's funny why I bring up numerology or gematria, which is gematria here. The definition is this. Method of interpreting the Hebrew scriptures by computing the numerical value of words based on those of their consultant letters. So everything has a value to it, even words. That's what I really want you to understand. So guess what? Forex does too. Forex has mathematical algorithms that it follows. Fibonacci sequences, golden ratio. It's all right there. It's right there in front of your face, and you see it. It is literally right there. The answer is always going to be right there in front of you guys. Yeah, Zach, gematria. That's what I'm talking about right now. That's the thing that I'm going on about right now, because I wanted to go a little bit over mindset tonight, and I just, it is, and it's funny because, just right here, Zach, remember when I was on the phone, with Zach when I was out driving, and I pulled up to a gas station, and it was funny because we started talking about the number 23. I think it didn't even have anything to do with basketball. I think it had, we were talking about the movie, The Number 23, have it with Jim Carrey. If you have not seen The Number 23 with Jim Carrey in it, this is exactly what I'm talking about. If you have not seen that movie, write it down right now. Write it down as a movie that you can go online right now and type in, watch The Number 23 for free, and you will find it. You will find it, so you will be able to understand what I'm talking about, that every single thing that he looked at equated to 23. Everything. His birth date, his address, his credit card numbers, his social security numbers, simple math, what time of the day it was, everything just ended up being the same number. And it literally happened to me with Zach on the phone. I was on the phone with him, and we were talking about the movie The Number 23, and I pull up to the gas station, and of course it's right there. And I was explaining what gematria was to Zach, and I was just like, bro, it just happened. It literally just happened right here, right in front of me. And then I look to my right, and there it is again, 23 again. And I'm just like, and it wasn't like the same sign. It was actually the price of water, like the water bottles that they hold outside. And then it was a sign for whatever it was. I didn't even look at it. It didn't matter. But the thing is that there is no such thing as coincidence or luck. So if you understand that everything is literally a mathematical formula, there's a reason why that number was there, why I was on the phone with Zach, why I was talking about the movie The Number 23, why I pulled up to that particular gas station. None of that is luck or coincidence. We create exactly what we want to happen. I was talking about the number 23. I manifested the number 23. I want you to really understand that. Think about it. And it's not because I physically created the number 23. It was already there, and I realized it was there. I think about it this way. If I was thinking about the number 23 the entire day, maybe I would have saw it. But if I was just on the phone with Zach and we were talking about something different, would I have noticed the 23? It's still there, and it wasn't. It was still, it was still on the wall, but it wasn't a part of my personal reality. I saw it, but I didn't see it. I did see it, and I did respond to it, but still, I'm saying if I had just walked right past it, there was numerology right there experiencing itself, but I didn't see it. So I want you to understand that these symbols and the math is always around you, even in Forex. This is golden. I'm telling you, it is the language of the universe. Everything is math. Everything. Your personality, your name, your friends' names, what time of the day it is, what months are, all of it. Why do we run off 24 hours a day? Why is it 30 minutes and 1 hour? I mean, guys, everything boils down to it. And I know I keep saying it, but I just cannot stress it. So you write this down when you can at some point. Write it down that A equals 1 and Z equals 26. There's 26 letters in our alphabet. And that's just the start. And then maybe you can start figuring out all of the different numbers that you could start personally seeing in your life. These power numbers, Zach, we were talking about it as well. We talked about it as well. and it's really, really palpable to really see, guys. That is the beautiful thing about life. I want you to really think that all life is numbers. What's up? This is a mindset call. No. I don't know whose object this is, but you left it here, and I was really thankful. Yeah, always you. I have to give a shout out to him because he always somehow leaves a drink at his computer, and I end up drinking all of it. That's what he was saying. Market movers use mass mentality against the average trader. Market movers write that down. Everybody write that down right now. Market movers use mass mentality. If everybody's convinced of the same exact thing, then market makers know exactly that information and they will use it. They will play off of it just like they do in anything else that is in the world today. If somebody thinks everything about Michael Jackson, for example, then guess what? That's what everybody thinks, and then there will be people that will make money off of it. I promise you. Think about it. Oh my God. Think about it this way, guys. Everybody is addicted to numbers. You can tell me right now, I guarantee you could tell me your phone number, the date you were born, what time of day you were born, how old you are, your social security number, your mom's birthday, what time of the day it is, what number day of the week it is. Guys, we are completely addicted to numbers. We love numbers. How many numbers are in your bank account? How many numbers do you owe to another person? What is my high score on a video game? What is my kill-death ratio in Call of Duty? Yo, we are all about numbers at the end of the day. I never really truly understood that, and I was terrible at math for the longest time. I'm telling you, and it's not because I was terrible. I just truly didn't care. I didn't want to learn more. I had no interest in it. Well, now, as I become older, I understand now. I'm really, really, really starting to see that patterns are everywhere. Now, when you talk about sacred geometry or pattern recognition or awareness level, all of this is numbers. It's always there. It's just like, I'm just like watching this thing on my screen right now, and I'm just like, this is all moving off of a mathematical formula. Somebody made this, what we're experiencing on the screen right now. This is all moving in synchronicity with math. But yet you could just be like, man, this is like all so random and it's crazy looking. Yo. No, it's not. Everything is dictated off of what math is. That's my question. Do you oftentimes try to sync up with market movers or to yourself or any other variable? Tyler, absolutely. You tune in with the people that know what's going on. Look, here we are again. They are aware of what is going on. They are aware of what mass people think, of what the consensus of people think. That is exactly what they will use. I'm 23 now. Go watch. It's funny. And Zach is 23. Coding is a brilliant example. Sean, coding on a website. It's another thing. Ones and zeros. Everything once again gains a value, a numerical value, and everything just ultimately is boiling down to an equation. If you were trying to decide whether to buy or sell on odd USD, once again, this is an equation. It is a math equation that you are personally in your brain trying to figure out what the supposed outcome is going to be. You're not trying to force the outcome. You're trying to understand what it's doing, trying to be aware of what everything is moving towards. Okay, so real quick, because I know we've been on this for a minute. Odd USD, if everybody had looked at, for whoever was here last night, these were the zones that I drew and pretty much bounced off that perfectly. And Jordan is in on an odd USD buy right now, but that wasn't because of my charts, but his is I'm looking at it and he drew up the same zones that I have. Still have not filled up the gaps on a lot of different charts. GBP USD still, once again, it did drop over London, but it still once again has not closed its gap yet. So I just wanted to get this out of the way. Of course. All right, I'll just call you Z. Hashtag Z. Appreciate the shout out of our mastermind. Yeah, of course, bro. We do define reality. Everything that we do. Every single thing that we do. What color, guys, what color shirt am I wearing right now? I'm sure we'd all agree. Therefore, we have put a value to something. And once you understand that you do that, even in your own personal life, you value your time. You give your time, once again, just numbers. Give your numbers to other types of numbers. We're all obsessed about numbers. It really hits home for me. I don't know if it does for y'all. Maybe you've been in math and you love it, or you actually do love seeing an increase of numbers. Well, it is, or or decrease, depending on what the good one is. But the best tip I can share right now is focus on the level of awareness you have at any given moment of time. What key indicators is your environment showing you? Woo! Ooh. Just like trading, guys, everything is a oneness. Everything equates to the same exact thing. What he's saying even equates into trading. And it's funny because he uses what key indicators is your environment showing you. You have an environment on your chart too. You have an environment where you physically are. You have an environment in your car, an environment in a different room or your bathroom or in a certain situation. They're all any given time, at any given moment. What are you aware of? Are you just staring at a screen and you literally have, like, somebody could be dying right next to you and you wouldn't even bat an eye just because of your focus and your attention is being so sucked into certain things. And that's not always necessarily a bad thing, but who else is aware 23 is equal to W? It's funny. 23 WXYZ. Think about it, guys. Really though, it's really even like what we understand about space and stuff is still, once again, just presented in such, massive geometric math. All sacred geometry. Everybody always hits me up about sacred geometry, and I love talking about it. But it's funny because all sacred geometry is that you are now simply aware of what has already existed. Think about using it. Think about utilizing it. We are just seeing it. I don't know how else to explain that. We are just visually becoming aware of what is going on. And now think about the fact if we could actually manipulate the numbers around us, we could control the numbers around us. Gotta go, brother. Have a great night. Tell everyone I said hello. Casey, you have a great night. I will talk to you later, man. Love you, Casey. Everybody say good night to Casey. But San Diego Trade House, shout out to my brother out there. Absolute beast mode. Always working. So, if you ever need help with trading or anything, Casey Weiss is a perfect person to hit up, a perfect person for you to go to, and he wouldn't steer you wrong at all. Not at all. Sacred Geo is my love. Hey, Mike, I would like to learn more about this. Any suggestions on good books or something? YouTube University, bro. If you're really in the mode to be a truth seeker, that you're searching for something, once again, that you're looking for an answer, I promise you, YouTube will get you to it. It's I've used YouTube. How long has YouTube been out? 2007 was YouTube. I feel like it's been way longer, because I have probably put more hours into YouTube than any other website ever, because I was on YouTube from the start. I remember how it used to look. It used to be like a color and then just awful looking versus like how good it looks now. And I have used so much. It's really a lot of just intra perspective information, because no matter what, you hear it all the time. The internet is full of lies, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, the internet can also be full of truth too, as well, because it is honestly the one thing. Look at what I have the ability to do right now. I have the ability to talk about information, and you are there listening to it. So therefore, my value is decreased because now you all know the information as well. And that is the point. We've got certain people that know everything, and then a lot of people who don't even care about learning nothing. And that was me. That was me when I was in high school. When I've been growing up, I've just been sucked into a certain little world, a certain little existence of me. And then I'm like starting to really realize, wow, I'm just looking around me and just like this, like what we're experiencing on the screen right now, just unbelievable. Even to consider like being out in the Nexus or whatever we're watching, being right here. Think about where you are in this place at this time. Just close your eyes. Everyone, just stop writing right now. Breathe. Everybody, close your eyes right now, and I want you to take a deep breath. You feel that? You feel the life within you, the driving life force? Do it again. Breathe in and hold it. Take a big deep breath. And just hold it. Hold it. Now let it go. Feel the weight come off as if it was football gear, as if it was a weight. Piccolo's white cape thing. When he lets go of it, just boom. You can move faster. You can think. You can respond quicker. Take another deep breath. We are here. We are creating this. Always remember that. Never forget you are in complete control. Complete and absolute control over yourself and everything that you propose into your own environment. Go ahead and open your eyes. Love you guys all so much. I really want you to know that. I don't even care if I don't know you. It wouldn't matter. I promise you, you are no different than me in a lot of different ways. You're the exact same, because we are all exactly what we're even experiencing on the screen right now. No matter how big everything is, we have a whole universe within inside of us too. A whole universe. And we are constantly in control. The fears that you have been given your entire life, whether it's the fear of being rejected, being alone, religious fear, failure, whatever. I want you to realize that failure is absolutely critical and essential to your growth and to your development. Because what if there was no failure? What if today you decided that you wanted to get a new house? You went and got a new house. And then by tomorrow, you decide you want a Lamborghini. So you go get a Lamborghini. By the end of that week, you will want to die because of boredom. You will just be handed everything as if it's simulation. It's just all simulation at that point. That if there was no obstacle, no substance, no value to bring for people to realize, we would be robots. We would be responding to exactly what we want with no type of resistance, no friction to create fire, to create energy, and we would just think about it. It would just be it would be awful. We have to experience the transition of being one person experiencing failure and then rebuilding and then becoming something different. or you're just going to keep failing and keep failing and keep falling for the same trick over and over and over until once again you realize it. Look up Spirit Science. Spirit Science is really good. They're on Facebook. You know, here, I'll give you some good ones. Thrive. What on earth will it take? You've got, if you want to understand more about, let's see, what he's talking about is Spirit Science, is a little guy. Awesome videos, explains it like cartoon style.
They need to watch They Live.
I had to force you to watch that movie. Yeah, I did. You watched your cell phone while that movie was on. You watched your cell phone. My nose is peeling too. You know, you just don't like old movies. And you're like, this is so dumb. And I was like, because They Live takes forever to pick up. It's so boring for a while because it's like him walking through the street, working a job, like living in that whole lifestyle, and then finally finding the glasses and like nobody believes him. It's a good movie. I love They Live. So if you haven't seen the movie They Live, that is another good movie to help you realize. Here, or I'll just show you like one frame of the movie. Okay, so he puts it on. Okay, so he looks at something, and that's what you see. This is our world. This is the world we live in, the Matrix, if you will. And he finds glasses in the movie. And then you start to see what the message of everything that you're looking at is. So once again, that billboard had the mathematical principle of saying obey. So now he's going to look at something different. And eventually, come to the Caribbean. Awesome. Looks like any normal ad we would see. A hot looking girl in the beach. And that's what it's telling you. Marry and reproduce. So if you haven't seen this movie, I love John Carpenter. This is a John Carpenter movie, and I love John Carpenter. I love horror movies. He also made The Thing and Village of the Damned and a couple of other movies, but I have a collection with They Live in it, and I watched this movie a while ago. I love this movie. This is, if you've ever heard anybody say I've come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass and I'm all out of bubblegum, this is it. This is where it's from. Closeout sale, consume. You know, he just looks like, here it is, there it is. That's the image. That's the world that we live in. Through mathematical principles, every single ad, everything your cell phone tells you, the things that you see on people's shirts, anything, guys, it is everywhere. And it's not that it's a bad thing, but you must become aware of it. I've done the whole conspiracy, like everything is against us thing. Well, no, it's not that they're against us. They're just feeding off of us. You know, we are allowing it to happen because we are simply just not aware. Look what it says up here. No thought. Don't think. Conform. Work 8 hours. Sleep 8 hours. Play 8 hours. Obey. Watch TV. Submit. Sleep. This movie's great. It is a great watch if you haven't seen it. It's an older movie, but that is exactly it. That is exactly what it is. So he's just mind blown. Nobody sees it, right? Look at that. He goes to a magazine rack, and all it is, he just opens up a magazine. Think about it. Obey. Stay asleep. Obey. Do not question authority. It's everywhere. Whether it doesn't matter. Look, it doesn't matter if it says golf on here or some money magazine or whatever is right behind him. None of it matters, guys. There's always mathematical principles that are in there, that are within there, that are trying to portray a certain type of thing. So always remember that, guys. Always. They Live. Sacred, Spirit Science. Let's see. If you don't know anything about don't know how to spell it. Gematria is also another thing that will help you to start to understand. You can look up videos about that as well. Thrive is really good. I'm trying to think without, I mean, let's see. I've done so much. There's really good. Joe Rogan is an awesome, just a truth seeker. He's got a whole channel. You know who I'm sure y'all all know who Joe Rogan is, but he's just done a lot of good things as well. I haven't even you can watch the full movie on disclose.tv. I bet you could watch the whole movie on YouTube. Bet. Look at that. Oh, it's $2.99. Okay, I lied. Well, you can, but you can't. Roddy Piper's dead. Yeah, he's dead now. Sucks. But feel so fortunate we can work from home or have the ability to create our environment. Tyler, me as well, brother. We do need to match our vibrations. There we go. The Higher Side Chats by Gray Carlwood has some good stuff through the static. It's free on Disclose. I have never been to this website. See, the reason why I don't get on, because this is a lot like Alex Jones and stuff. I don't know. I try to get away from stuff that is always, it's not that any of this is biased or anything. It's just a whole bunch of stuff. Is a good, I like it though. I will be going on to the website and looking at all of the different information, guys. Become a truth seeker. A truth seeker is something that you should put on your Facebook as something that you live in as an experience. That you are a natural truth seeker. That there are secrets, there are things that you don't understand, and that there are things that people will do to try to control you and do everything that they want you to say. Yeah, that's what I meant by the static. All the Alex Jones type disinformation, but every now and then there's something there. Exactly, Alan. Exactly, brother. You know exactly what I mean. Through the noise. That's why I like YouTube. YouTube has always been my... I think YouTube might be one of the biggest things that has helped change the world. Honestly. YouTube has pulled so many people onto the internet. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. Well, with that, guys, that was that. I feel like I got it across. I feel like, some energy has definitely been shifted. I feel like maybe some understandings might have come through. So what can we do to reenact this information going forward? What can we do to continue the movement into the direction that we need to go? As the people who are now co-creating this added truth seeker to my bio, cousin, there you go, brother. There you go. I mean, you should always be a truth seeker, no matter what, guys. For anything, even what I say, I'm a liar. You gotta always consider the facts. That no matter what you have been told, whether it's by your mom or a teacher, a cop, a book, me, somebody your best friend, your dog, whatever, that you must understand it for yourself. Don't take what other people say as truth. You must let these things resonate within yourself. Because it's taken me a long understanding too that everything is math, guys. The things that work are mathematical principles, mathematical figures that add up. So your homework, if you were wanting to try something new, study some gematria. Start understanding the numerical value of words. Yeah, cousin, I always say, hear me, but don't listen because I don't know nothing. I know exactly what you mean, bro. With that being said, guys, what questions do you guys have? What thoughts? What would you like to promote? What would you like to... Huh? You what? Oh, okay. Throw my blanket right there. At the end of the day, guys, always remember, always remember that we are all mathematical formulas, even to us. And your ability to even consider the fact that they are there is the gift that has been handed to you through years and years and years of that, what's happening on the screen. So think for yourself and question. Yes, Tyler. Yes. Yes, brother. Well, with that being said, guys, just screenshot it as always, and tag me or tag the DFW Trade House. That's the only thing I ever ask for with these streams, just so we can grab more, just to have a bigger environment, a bigger community, a bigger voice, a bigger everything, bigger level of accountability. So if you ever have any questions for me, guys, personally, feel free to hit me up. So with that being said, guys, I love y'all all, and we will be here tomorrow night. Same time, guys. I will be here tomorrow night, or it might be Modest from RFT. We'll see. So much love, guys. I'll still be in the chat. Have a great night.